35 yards from goal. Yukita right-hand side across the center of the pitch to Candelaria. Candelaria infield for Banks. Banks just outside the 18 on the left-hand side. Banks twisting, turning. Now cutting past her defender. Here goes Radisson Banks. Shot towards goal. Saved by Ranson. And not just saved, claimed with 2 hands for safety. Isaac Ranson, another great claim in the goal mouth to deny Radisson Banks. Still, Banks right-hand side. Nearly dispossessed, stays on her feet though, plays it back to Arnold. Now Arnold, a loose first touch, is going to see it. Pickpocketed by Isabella Contreras. Contreras to the top of the box for Cruz. Isabella Cruz inside the 18, shot towards goal, saved by Shuck. Off the goal kick, it's headed on and headed forward. Gauchos have some numbers that can provide support. It's out to the left-hand side, Dermont inside the 18. Dermont cuts back, Dermont cuts again. Dermont shooting just wide. The Gauchos off the goal kick have won a corner, and Ava Dermont was so close to finding the winner. Still no Amira White on the pitch, so El Mockbell, the next most capable set piece taker. It'll be a different kind of delivery for the Gauchos to deal with as well. Left-footed in-swinger from the right-hand side. Still 10 blue shirts inside the box. Julie Lopez comes to the near post. El Mockbell aims for her. Headers rise highest. Radisson Banks, top of the box. First time volley. Oh my goodness! Radisson Banks has just pulled off the goal of the season. A volley from the top of the box with extra sauce. And Radisson Banks picks the ball up from the back of the net and runs it right back to midfield. The Beach are right back in it. Hawai'i just needs to hold on for 20 more seconds or launch an attack of their own. A ball over the top. The outside flag goes down. Kate Sheehan is in one-on-one. Has a shot at goal. It's over the bar. Kate Sheehan from beyond the top of the box had gotten in behind the Long Beach State defense. Exhausted faces from Kylie Perez and Brooklyn Antonucci tell the whole story. Aurora Shuck won't take the final goal kick, and it ends 0-0 here at George Allen Field. Hawai'i with a chance to win it at the death. Had the Rainbow Wahine had a bit more composure, this scoreline could have looked way, way different. Kylie Perez will take the long throw. She sends it into the 18 to the near post. It's headed on by Irvine and off a Gaucho defender, so it'll be a corner kick. Long Beach is piling up the set pieces here as we approach the 60th minute, and they'll pack the box once again. It'll be a corner kick from the right-hand side, and Amira White, the normal set piece taker, has just been subbed off, which means Jordan Candelaria will have to step over it. She's going to have a right-footed, in-swinging delivery from that right-hand side. Gauchos have put 10 in the box. The high delivery to the back post, headed by Irvine, cleared off the line, still deflected and in the air. Irvine heads it again across the 6. Arnold able to hook it with her right foot, but it pitters and patters into the arms of Maddie Buckley. Despite so many Gauchos in the 18, McKenna Irvine nearly comes away with the equalizer.
Long Beach had a perfect header on that right upper corner, but UC Santa Barbara had a defender right there to kind of save the goalie and deflect it back out of the box. Some crazy defense from UC Santa Barbara.
We mentioned that UC Santa Barbara would obviously like to take 3 points away from this game, but they've been so good this season defensively, just at grinding out results. And Long Beach State, if they want to way back into this game, are going to need to exploit Santa Barbara. It looks like on set pieces. That's what UC Irvine were able to do on Thursday. One of their goals came from a long free kick that just bounced awkwardly past Buckley. Long Beach State looking to apply more of the same pressure as they've struggled to connect anything in this second half through their attack, as once again, a few passes between Lure, Irvine, and Arnold result in a Gauchos throw. Just the Beach not on the same page at the moment as we've crossed the 60th minute. The Gauchos still lead 1-0. It's the goal from Caitlin Simons that is making all the difference right now.
It's interesting to see how Long Beach State kind of has more success when they congest the box and get an even playing field with, you know, all the players from their side and all the players from UC Santa Barbara. On those free kicks or those corners, you just kind of leave it up to chance when you have a header inside the box.
Long Beach needs the goals to come from somewhere. No Sherry Cox today in the lineup. She was banged up a little bit against Cal Poly, but still put in so many minutes. We expected her to be in the lineup. She is the leading goal scorer for Long Beach State, but is not available today, as the Gauchos have now connected 2-2. Pass looking for the run of Howard, but Howard in the heat looks a little exhausted, and Zoe Willis gets to the ball first. Olivia Howard has been running her socks off in this second half, just trying to keep pace with that Long Beach high line. The Beach look to apply more pressure defensively and hopefully have that lend something to their attack. Kylie Perez, the center back, is at midfield at the moment. She plays it to her right side for Willis. That's how high the Long Beach back line is. They look to put the Gauchos under more pressure. Down the line, it's Radisson Banks who has re-entered the fray. Her first touch is loose, and Lopez is able to cut it out. Perez launches a half clearance, half pass in the direction of Arnold. Arnold's header goes awry, and Antonucci can now come forward. Antonucci, the center back, is right outside the 18. Antonucci, some neat feet. She's driving towards the end line. The cross from Antonucci goes into the side netting. Brooklyn Antonucci, tired of all this defense, takes it on herself. That's the farthest forward we have ever seen Brooklyn Antonucci on a solo run.
And you know what, JD, I like that because she saw the open lane, she took it. She didn't want to just set up for a pass and have someone else take the chance. She saw an open lane, she took it. Ultimately, it didn't work out. But if we can get every Long Beach player as aggressive as that, we're going to score a goal.
Radisson Banks certainly would be more than happy to be the aggressor. She gets the ball outside the 18, plays it to Lure. Lure tries to poke it back in the direction of Banks, and the Gauchos clear it back to Banks, who has so many blue shirts in front of her. She lays it off to Lure, whose curling effort goes way wide. Charlotte Lure, hands on her knees after that shot. Her and Banks look to be the two Long Beach attackers who will connect the dots going forward here into the 63rd minute. Still looking for that equalizing goal.
Yeah, Charlotte had a nice opportunity right there, but she had to get it off quick and just kind of slipped right off the right side of the foot and kind of went AWOL past the goal.
And we mentioned no Cherry Cox tonight for Long Beach State. There is also no Devin Greer for UC Santa Barbara. Devin Greer should be a familiar name for Long Beach State fans. She scored 2 goals against Long Beach State at Harder Stadium last season. She also led this team with 10 goals and 4 assists. She was the Big West Freshman of the Year. She carried UC Santa Barbara in that Big West Championship. She scored the game-winning penalty kick to send that game to overtime against Davis, and really every time Santa Barbara needed a goal, she was there. But Devin Greer, just 2 games into the 2025 season, tore her ACL, recently had surgery. She's back up and walking with a crutch. She has not traveled with the team today. But even with the loss of Devin Greer, you've seen it, Alex, this Gauchos team has been able to adapt and overcome. Still able to score goals, still able to grind out results, still able to have this 10-2-3 record on the season. But Devin Greer only playing 2 games. Wishing her all the best as she hopes to return for her junior season. Long throw into the 18, headed on. Long Beach had a chance, and Kylie Perez was the one who delivered the throw. The Gauchos cleared away. Zoe Willis will send it back into the mix. Radisson Banks was waiting for it. Clearance from the Gauchos comes to the top of the 18-yard box for Charlotte Lure, who goes down and is dispossessed. Now the Gauchos will just put the ball into the Long Beach half. Long Beach still has the Gauchos pinned inside their own half at the moment.
And back on the topic of those star players you mentioned for both teams, JD, UC Santa Barbara has adjusted way better than Long Beach without their star player so far. And we've seen that here today. They know what they're doing. They know who to go to without their star player. Long Beach State is looking at Radisson Banks to be that person that's in that spot for that stardom. But so far, she hasn't showed up, JD.
Yeah, we saw Kaylee Supa get the start today as well in Sherry Cox's absence. Now Charlotte Lure will come off. Kaylee Supa will return for the first time since being subbed off in that first half. Sherry Cox has missed significant time this season. She was injured for a bit in the non-conference schedule, came back, picked up an uncharacteristic red card right here at George Allen Field, had to miss the UC Riverside game, which Long Beach handled with ease, but then also missed a crucial game against Hawai'i, where Long Beach could not offer anything going forward against the Rainbow Wahine, and misses today's game once again through injury. And Long Beach needs to adapt and just have somebody else step up in her absence. That's what good teams do. That's what great teams with depth are able to do, as the Gauchos now have strung a few passes together. They're looking to feed it forward to Ong, but Antonucci steps in front of her first, feeds it forward to Irvine. Out to her left for Supa. Kaylee Supa now sees a sea of blue in front of her. She's outside the 18-yard box and will play it across the box for Candelaria. Candelaria, a few touches. She's looking for a shot, looking to get something away. Instead, we'll have to play it out to Yukita. And Yukita, right before she could launch across into the box, was dispossessed. Arva Jamalek, the other goal scorer in that 3-1 win for Santa Barbara last season, steps in front now in her sophomore season to get the ball back for the Gauchos. The Beach able to win it back on the third ball. Candelaria to the top of the box for Supa. Gauchos still so many blue shirts inside their own box. Just clear it away. Antonucci, a high kick. It's going to bounce inside the 18. Radisson Banks on the volley over the crossbar. Radisson Banks could not wrap her foot around that ball, and it sails high into the stands where there are plenty of umbrellas protecting the crowd today from the shade. But another half-decent chance for Long Beach State that just goes begging.
Radisson Banks had a decent shot right there. She kind of rushed it a little bit, didn't wait for the ball to get fully down into her foot, and I think that's why it kind of sailed over the goal. But Either way, Radisson Banks had a nice opportunity there. She's looking to get another one on the next play.
Long Beach now with 4 shots on goal in the match, but Maddie Buckley really hasn't been forced into any saves. She has 4 saves on her line, but they've all come on high claims. Natalie Arnold to the top of the 18 for Banks. Banks fighting off 2 defenders. Turns, now faces goal. Banks, a shot towards goal, off the crossbar. Buckley might have gotten a touch. She did. It's a corner kick. And Radisson Banks, you just mentioned, Alex, the one to apply the pressure. She finally is able to shake and bake, release a shot, and she wins a corner for Long Beach State.
That's the aggression that we need from Radisson Banks over here. Kind of taking the game into her own hands, finding her own space, just creating her own shot opportunities as well.
10 blue shirts inside the box. Gauchos defending for their lives in the 67th minute. High cross into a dangerous area, headed on, still inside the mixer. Ong on the ball, able to clear it away in the direction of the Long Beach bench. This is a set-piece defense that Long Beach State has not had to face at any point this season. The Gauchos just put everybody inside the 18. And now Mattel El Mokbel returns to the pitch for Long Beach State. She's going to replace Natalie Arnold, so a decisive, offensively minded substitution for Mauricio Ingracia. Natalie Arnold, the defender by trade, has also really played every single position on the pitch this season. She now takes a seat on the bench as the long throw comes into the box and it's cleared away by the Gauchos. Only as far as the midfield, Willis on her first touch sends it back into the mix. Heads go up. Banks tries a shot as the ball bounces outside the 18, but whiffs. The Gauchos can clear it away. Long Beach still looking to come forward. Irvine gets it and tries to flip it over her defender. Is unsuccessful, and now the ball back inside the Long Beach half.
This is a good switch to have El Mokbel over here on the left side, especially when you see Radisson Banks getting hot. We know how much their camaraderie works together, her and El Mokbel. So if El Mokbel can have Radisson Banks stay hot for the next few minutes, that's going to be dangerous.
So we approach the final 20 minutes here at George Allen Field. Kaylee Supa looks to touch a pass onto Natalia El Mokbel. It's deflected away. It'll be a throw-in for Long Beach State. 25 yards from goal on the left-hand side. Kaylee Supa, the one to take the throw. That front line, El Mokbel on the left. Banks in the middle. McKenna Irvine providing support. Throw comes in, looking for Banks inside the 18, but the Gauchos get it outside of their own box.